like their movement a lot. Germain can create shots for everyone, but the other players contribute as well. We'll see if they can match up with the physicality for the Aussies, though. It is going to be difficult. Singapore starts out possession here. Germain lets the two fly right away. That two balls eluded a lot of teams and players today, so let's see if that affects the leading scorer in the tournament. Germain doesn't think about it twice, drives to the basket. Singapore up one. And Aussie ball. Meili to the basket, right hand hook. And Whittle gets called for physicality in the rebound. Throw Germain to the side. First foul on the team in green. Possession back over to Singapore. Ball screen action. Germain on the move again. This time a right-hand scoop, and she's just an offensive weapon. The 1, the 2, she got everything going. An offensive foul then on the Aussies. So the Kangaroos try to start the game being physical. And referees are not having any of that. And here's Whittle moving some furniture. Denise can't make it. Quick turnaround. There is Hank under the basket. That's worked all tournament. She plays with poise and physicality. That is a wild shot. Ball back over to the Kangaroos, and again Hank is open. You'll see spurts of this Australian team where their sole source of offense is the seals that Hannah Hank provides. And it is a high percentage look, let me tell you. Especially against this slightly undersized Singapore team. Soa on the cut. Beautiful play design by the Aussies. 2-2 as a result. Germain looks into the sun, can't squeeze the 2 ball. Whittle. Marina Whittle. Mentioned this plenty of times in the past. Once she puts her head down and gets to the basket, there is absolutely no stopping her. And I think the same thing might go for Germain, although she stops herself here with the miss. Hank open again, catches. 3 in the key. So Hank will take a seat. Germain again, the scoops off the mark though. After 2 makes to start the game, she just missed a couple. Meili, the quick transition for the Aussies, and that's an easy layup. No one home for that. Germain from the Enlio logo. Opportunistic 2 ball, not going down so far. Whittle with the strength, the take, and the make. And Marina Whittle will get a trip to the free throw stripe as well after taking the bump here and finishing up the play. Germain pick and roll action. It's broken up. Choi Ting was on her way to a bucket, but foul on the Aussies. Fresh 12 for Singapore. We're looking at a 4-point deficit here after a little over 2 minutes of play. Germain. Denise. Germain, while she hits the 2 at a high clip, the rest of the Singapore squad hadn't hit it 2 at all. And that trend continues. So, easy layup. Not just a shooter, so a very capable driver. Matilda. And a shot clock violation. So the Aussies clamp down on defense. Their offense has been very solid. And they've come out more furious than Don Toretto. So again, Midi. That one drained. It's a 6-point lead for the Gangaroos, who are running away with this game early. Whittle clamps down. And then Hank's wide open, and Singapore forced the foul. Whittle. Screening action. Melee is open. Whittle opts to take it herself. Fading away, but no good. There's one of those rebounds that we talked about. And another one. So the Gangaroos, the best offensive rebounding team in the field as well, besides just being the best rebounding team in the field. They will clean up the mess for each other time and time again. And we've gotten to our first TV timeout with a bit of a blowout starting to take shape here. Gangaroos are getting whatever they want. Drives to the basket, scores from Soa, from Hank, rebounds as well, and a 7-point lead as a result. They're living in the paint. And Singapore's in trouble because of it. Aussie possession here. They go down to Hank yet again, a mismatch. Hank muscles one up, is fouled on the play. Hannah Hank's been on the block like she's playing Minecraft. No room for a shot there. Jermaine stuck in the corner. She gets it over to Denise. And that is wildly undershot. So Singapore were not going to keep up in physicality and size. They'd need some twos to stick with the Aussies, and that has not happened at all. Hank again under the basket, and they continue to pour it on. Turnover now. Quick pass into Hank. Loses to Wilson. Singapore. Matilda on the move. And Hank told her to get back. Crossover. But Hank, 5 fingers to the ball. Smack. Jermaine has been off the mark from range. Screening action. Whittle steps out, pick and pop for the Aussies. And another offensive rebound and another score for the Gangaroos. Singapore running out of options here as we approach the halfway mark. A 10-point deficit for them. Third quarterfinal berth for them after Chengdu and Vienna out of their 5 events played, including this one so far. But if they can't turn it around, that will remain the third quarterfinal. They'll not get to their first semifinals because the Aussies are just taking them apart right now. Choi Ting shaking her head like, what can I do about that? I can't do anything. Hank again in position, shares with Soa. Sharon is Karen. And Soa drains the right-hand leg. Jermaine does something back for Singapore. Finally a 2-point shot, then a deflection as well. Soa from the logo. No, Hank's there to clean it up. Then Whittle's there to clean it up. Then Hank's there to clean it up again. They just keep rebounding. 14-4.
Under 5 minutes remaining. Ball green.
Oh, good hands by Whittle. Now she opts for a drive, and that's a layup as well. It is a layup line for the Aussies. Singapore cannot do anything with their physicality. Jermaine looking for the 5th point, a long one. And the rebound track down. Now it's Jermaine at the basket. Singapore gets to 5, still a 10-point deficit. Now it's Meili on the block. So TV timeout and the big Kangaroos lead. They're going to look to close the game out before the time's over. 16-5. So one now. Lines up a 2. Hank's open. Let's call that a pass.
17-5, Australian lead.
Jermaine moving sideways. Hank breaks up the play. Whittle hangs, can't hit this time. It's Singapore with the rebound. Aussies foul.
Ball green. Australia has 16 fouls.
Choi Ting, offensive foul.
Offensive foul. On one.
Soa. Soa takes it herself this time. Righty scoops good. And the Aussies move closer to that 21-point mark. Jermaine bumped off of her spot. That'll be 2 free throws coming up for Singapore.
Singapore gets 2 free throws.
Jermaine's got all 5 of Singapore's points, make that all 6 of Singapore's 6 points in the game. Gets her total to 7. But a quick turnaround for the Aussies. Whittle misses the 2.
Under 3 minutes remaining.
Nope. Hank sends that back yet again. Patrolling the paint. Hank will take a seat.
White ball.
And it's Singapore ball.
2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
Locked up by Melee. That is a jump ball situation. Jump ball, of course, will be awarded to the defense. Kangaroos back to it. High post action for them. Hank back on the court. They go to the pick and roll right away. Jermaine. Singapore's sole source of offense, but it also isn't consistent enough at this point. And now Hank's fouled.
Ball on line.
2 free throws coming up.
Australia gets 2 free throws.
One make for Hank will get the Aussies to 19. Second one down as well. Jermaine drives baseline, forgets to make the layup. The Kangaroos with game point here. Soa, rocking hands. Soa to the cup. Soa with the lefty scoop. And the Aussies are in the semifinals after a 21-7 beatdown of Singapore. Jermaine scored all 7 points, but Singapore could not bring enough